changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand out the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand love, you know that I...
Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running. It's only one team over here, this Cowboys. Believe it. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We gotta go to free agency, then we gotta go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? Hope all is well. Happy Friday. You know it's well overdue for y'all to come in and make a liquor store run. I know y'all still gotta go to work. I know you still gotta deal with your co-workers. But who said you can't have a mimosa in the morning, man? So y'all slide on in here, you know, get you some steak and eggs, you know, pull you up your favorite liquor to go with your orange juice. We gonna get a little tipsy off the Dallas Cowboys content this morning, man. And listen, if you hear anything during the course of this show, it's the puppy. It's the little puppy right here. He whining. You know, he want attention. My wife done spoiled him last night, so I got to deal with him this morning because he keeping the whole damn house up with the barking. But, you know, I digress. Salute to everybody sliding in here, though. My boy Chuck B, Kelvin Hicks, Todd Cowboys in the building, my brother Wee Woo in the building, man. Who else is in here with us, man? I see some more folks sliding in. Is that Himothy by any chance? Yeah, that's my boy Himothy in there, man. Salute. Dak not done yet in the building, man. Salute to you. My boy Terrence P. Graham in the building. Yo, this is morning content at work. I appreciate the content, my brother. We appreciate you for tapping in, man. So, yeah, man, just go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button on the way in. Cortavius, I see you. So, I'm not even going to hold y'all, man. The reason that I even went live this morning is that I'm waiting to hear the news and the confirmation around what Shan was talking about in regards to a meeting that allegedly happened between Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones the other night. It wasn't this night, it was the night before. This shit apparently happened. So Shan Sheriff over there from 105.3 The Fan, he said he heard that Jerry and Micah met for over 4 hours last night. Hear that they met for over 4 hours last night. And that conversations have started up again. And that they were going to go live, 22 minutes ago and explain what was happening. So that's really why I got up and started doing this show. So yeah, I'm interested to see the validity of this statement because James Slater said the shit ain't happening. So we got one source saying, hey, Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons, they chopped it up for a long ass time, man. They were in there for half a work shift. You spend 4 hours with somebody, you having some real serious conversations, man. Those are conversations like when you first get in a relationship and you're trying to learn somebody. You stay on the phone, fall asleep on the phone and shit like that. Like 4 hours is a long time, man. I don't know if I could just have like 4 hours long talks with anybody. I don't know if I talk to my wife that long at this point anymore. Like 4 hours straight. There's some serious conversations being had at this moment in time, and that's why we are here today. So take it with a grain of salt, because like I said, James Slater already is stating like, hey man, I ain't hear none of that shit. I'm hearing that my sources said, hey, none of that shit happened, and they ain't talked to Micah Parsons. So it's the wait and see game right now for me in regards to that, because it could either be some good news coming down the pipeline. It could mean like, hey, it's okay, little buddy, it's okay. It could either mean that they are really working on a contract and Micah Parsons finna get extended, or it could be, hey man, this relationship ain't working. I ain't trying to go and do nothing else. I ain't trying to go and do nothing else. If the price is what the price is, if you don't like it, man, you become a distraction. We gonna move you to somewhere respectable. It ain't gonna be the NFC, but we'll move you somewhere in the AFC. So, and listen, they're conflicting reports, right? Because you said that Mike Fisher went live and said that they talked, and went live last night and he said that they talked. Jay Slater said, listen, I ain't heard that. My sources said it ain't happened like that. So we got multiple and I say insiders, I'm not meaning like they don't know, but like everybody has different information when it comes to the inner circles of the Dallas Cowboys. Sometimes your source, don't know what's going on. Yeah, I saw Stephen Jones said they have no intention at all of trading Micah Parsons. But we also know that Stephen Jones is not a very trustworthy person. When we consider people like Stephen Jones, let's say Stephen Jones was the main character of like a novel or something. He would be what you call an unreliable narrator, because you don't know when he's lying, what he's withholding from you. Like Stephen Jones, when he tells a story, he is an unreliable narrator, right? Folks that stayed awake during lit, y'all know what I'm talking about. So that's why I said it's a way to see approach to me. They say that they ain't gonna move somebody. Next thing you know, breaking news, they done shipped a nigga to Mongolia. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I don't think personally it is going to happen like that. But you never really know. You never really know in these situations. But I'm curious though, man, because I'm really ready to just get this whole damn dilemma put behind us, man. We got bigger things to be concerned about than if Micah Parsons' contract extension is coming down the pipeline. We got bigger things to be concerned about besides that. And salute to everybody sliding in, man. I see my boy Rail 910 that slid in the building. I appreciate you for supporting. My brother Dunny Holmes in the building. I appreciate you for supporting as well. Heisted in the building, just made it in. Salute to you. Hallelujah. I appreciate you. Thank y'all all for sliding in and supporting the content. Also, if y'all forgot or if I ain't reminded y'all, I will be going out to Dallas on the 19th. You know, room is booked. It's official. We're gonna be staying in the Frisco area, so we ain't gotta drive all around Creation, you know, to get over to the practice. So I appreciate y'all for supporting. But if y'all want to continue to support and help your boy out while we out there, you know, to help, you know, with gas and everything else, all you gotta do is hit the Cash App. It's $Henny the More. You know, we'll be out there bringing y'all exclusive, you know, one-of-a-kind content from the Dallas Cowboys practice that will be held on the 19th. So I appreciate y'all for everything that y'all done, and I appreciate y'all in advance for everything that y'all will do. So hit those Cash Apps to, you know, help keep the lights on in the liquor store so we can get out there to Frisco. But yeah, man, I'm over it at this point. Like, real shit, I am over it at this point when it comes to this Micah Parsons shit. You know, I also saw that. Matter of fact, let me start working this laptop and give y'all some more graphics stuff. Let me start working this laptop and give y'all some more graphics, so I can at least, you know, share my screen and show y'all what's going on in the Twitterverse. I know that I'm waiting to hear from them on that. But hey, salute to Donald Holmes, man, for the Cash App. He said we got you, man. I appreciate your support, my brother. You know, everything that y'all said, you know, it goes a long way in helping with your boy, man. Cause I cuss too much. I ain't got no brand sponsorings. You know, nobody pays me for videos and content but y'all. So, you know, I appreciate y'all, man, for hitting the Cash App and helping me get out there to Frisco. You know, cause without y'all, there is no show. Y'all literally keep the lights on in the liquor store. So anybody that we interview, any place that we travel, you know, anything that we add in terms of equipment, all that is off the back of y'all, man. And I appreciate y'all 1,000%, man. Y'all are the realest, and I appreciate the love and support, man. Y'all have no idea what it means to me. Said the Jones are goofy, constantly having to walk back their word. Listen, if you didn't have to say nothing crazy, man, you know, you wouldn't have to end up, you know, spinning the block and kissing ass and, you know, trying to repair bridges. Like, all you had to do was keep it real, you know, from the jump, man. All you had to do was keep it solid and not, you know, slander folks and run smear campaigns, you know, and get ugly, you know, in the media. That's all you got to do in order not to have to, you know, you know, deal with these kind of situations. All right, let me go ahead and start screen sharing, man. It said they. All right, so this is Patrick No C. What he said about he was covering it like it was a Nick Eatman interview, and this is a quote from that interview that Patrick No C posted. We have no intentions of trading Micah, and that's part of negotiations. That's just the nature of negotiations. We have no intention of trading Micah. He's right here in camp. So in case you didn't know the first time, he reiterated that shit 3-4 times to let you know, hey man, we ain't trading Micah Parsons. If you didn't know, we ain't trading Micah Parsons. By the way, we are not trading Micah Parsons. That's pretty much what the nigga said. Hey dog, it's not happening. We're not gonna give you Micah Parsons over here. We're not gonna give you Micah Parsons over there. You cannot have Micah Parsons anywhere. Micah Parsons is a Dallas Cowboy. So you're right. That's what Stephen Jones is saying. That's what Stephen Jones is speaking to. But, you know, I just have no idea, you know, how things are going at this point. But let's go ahead and pull up Shan stuff, what I had showed earlier. All right, we'll cover. All right, so Shannon and them just covered that. All right, they said they covered it already. All right, so let's see if I can find any quotes. Let's see if we can find the quotes floating around. Let's see if we can find the quotes. It should be up here somewhere. So let's just scroll down and see if we find it. Or let's just type Micah Parsons and see if we can find a clip. I really wish I knew where the hell to find this shit at, because I want to know what they said on the show. Matter of fact, let me just type in 105 and see if that come up. We gonna see if we can find this shit, man. We gonna see if we can find this stuff. He said, "What's up, Henny? I always loved your content. I appreciate that, Neil." Yeah, people are wild, but I need to find this now, because Shan said that they just covered it at the top of their show, but I cannot find it. Maybe it'll pop up on the timeline eventually, because I'm not seeing it right now. Let's see. I'm gonna keep looking, see if we can find it. Let's see, 105.3 The Fan. Maybe if I type in 105. Nope, that's damn sure not it. If anybody else finds it, y'all let me know where I can find it at. Have you heard anything on the landlord? Been looking to see if he has anything from training camp. Landlord got a bunch of shit from training camp. It's just because of copyrights, he's having to pre-record everything. But landlord got a bunch of content from training camp, and he'll be out there today as well. So he'll be bringing y'all that exclusive content from training camp. It just, they play the music, really to prevent them from going live out there. So you get copyright strikes and shit like that. So instead of posting content that he can't, turn a dollar off of after everything he spent to get out there, he's recording everything. He's gonna edit out some of the sound, and he's gonna drop it for you. But yeah, landlord working his ass off, man. And he got some shit for y'all too, man. He got some shit for y'all. And if I'm not mistaken, landlord was also going to the preseason game. He's going to the preseason game out there. I don't know if any other content creator is going to be at the preseason game. So he'll be able to cover that shit live, and bring back, his experience and what he saw out there with them folks, man. So kudos to landlord, man. He been grinding. Let's see. What's up with you, Jay Bryan? I appreciate you for tapping in and showing love. When I find it, I'll share the screen again. Because I don't actually see what the hell they talking about. And I hate that shit too, because that's one of the main talking points I wanted to discuss. So that's one of the main talking points I wanted to discuss. Or maybe it's on their YouTube channel. Who knows? Let's see. And if it is, you know, then fuck it. We're just gonna jump on here and see if we can find it. So if I find on their YouTube page, I'm just going to screen share it. Is West Coast going to the preseason game? I have no idea. I don't believe so, but you know he might pop in there. Hold on. I'm listening to make sure this is right.
At 9:20. I guess we'll start with myself. I incorrectly introed Bobby as the Cowboys insider. I guess I'm the Cowboys insider.
You are?
As yesterday, I reported that Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones met Wednesday night for 4 hours plus. It's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Hellman with his little jokes saying, hey, Micah, let's go ahead and just watch Landman. Let's binge watch something.
It was a funny joke, I thought.
Yeah, funny joke. So Brian brought us Jane Slater. Jane immediately hit me up and was like, 3 people are telling me that this is wrong. Then brought us at 4:50 this morning, woke me up and said 3 people are telling me that this is wrong. So just for balance purposes, Jane brought us. Bobby was told something last night that doesn't necessarily corroborate. This is the same source that gave me the Schottenheimer story, so I'm going to go with that.
It's Jerry, man. If Jerry told you that, you got to run with it.
Jerry did not tell me that, but I think some people within the Cowboys are emphatically denying it. We shall see what happens. My initial reaction was, and of course, Jerry and Micah were not at practice yesterday, which set off everyone's alarm bells. Michael in the office scrambling. Oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. I guess the official word is Micah is working on his back somewhere. Nobody knows where Jerry was, but
I wish the back would get better.
Maybe Jerry was massaging the back.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what that was. But then I saw Steven with Trayvon Diggs on the sideline laughing and hugging, and I said, oh, there's good feels in Oxnard. Maybe we have gotten over a hump. I wasn't told anything else about the supposed meeting. My initial reaction was, this is good. This is positive. But then the thought crept into my mind, is Micah Parsons reiterating his demand for a trade after Bobby told us yesterday they're not playing around. They're serious about this. That could be the case. All I was told was they met for a very, very long time and David Mulugheta was not physically present. I understand why the internet and Twitter said, oh, you worded that awkwardly. I get it. I don't know. The reason I worded it like that, because I don't know whether David Mulugheta was on a speakerphone. I don't know whether David Mulugheta was on a Zoom call. I don't know. All I could say was he wasn't physically there because I was told he had not flown in at that particular time. So that's where we stand. I am sitting there in line waiting for my son's open house on the phone with Bobby.
Oh, was this your first open house?
No. He had an open house for his daycare.
Okay.
But this one took forever.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
arguing with Amanda. Again, you know my rule. My daughter's not allowed out in public after what she did on the airplane. She has to stay inside in the cage that we had. It's a very nice cage, though, and we had it built for her. Avatraz, I'm calling it.
There you go.
Avatraz Island. And she goes, no, it's only going to be 15 minutes. Oh, my God, what a night. Ran into 2 Tolos.
Oh, that's nice.
Whose kids are also going into kindergarten. So that was very nice. Looking forward to some bro time for the next 12 years. But I'm calling Bobby on the phone. Get this confirmed with someone. Reach out to Mulligetta. Bobby's in the hospital. So I get back. I'm waiting to check in. Did Mulligetta answer back? Anyone else with the Cowboys? Should I contact Tad? All these things playing out. I said, screw it. I'm sending it. Micah and Jerry meeting for hours on Wednesday. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Listen, the only thing that sounds fishy is 4 hours. There's nothing that you could talk about for 4 hours.
Right.
There's not a single subject that you could talk about with a person that isn't your spouse for 4 hours.
Ooh.
Now, I know we
But
do a
if you're
4-hour show
telling me-
every day here, so don't let that get in the way of these kind of facts. But individually, one-on-one, in a you cannot talk for 4 hours.
I don't know. If you turned on a camera and just sat Micah in a room alone and Jerry in a room alone, I think they both could talk for 4 hours.
They could, but like Micah's got podcasts he's got to get in. I mean, there's no way he has the time for this.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool if they were just doing like the sit-down recorded
Imagine
podcast?
they were doing the podcast.
Okay, we're going to tape this thing and then we're going to drop
Jerry's
it.
my guest this week.
What do you make of it, Bob? You're not going to hurt my feelings. It will just mean that I was more right if it gets actually confirmed tomorrow when Christy Scales talks to Jerry before kickoff, or today. I was like, please don't let the Cowboys have practice today. Please don't let the Cowboys have practice, because someone is going to ask Jerry or Steven about it. Do you believe it?
I think it's possible. Somebody did tell me last night that they don't think that happened. The problem is there's been so much that's gone on throughout the course of 8 months now, of interactions and meetings and discussions and different things like that, and lack of them, that both sides have given us wildly different perspectives on in terms of what actually happened, that it's pretty consistently like, I don't know that there's ever going to be a discussion point until there's a contract signed where we go, oh, they both are saying the same thing. They're both saying the same thing happened or this happened. So that's the only thing that gives me pause. If they didn't meet and they were both gone from practice, I don't know why Jerry was gone. Mike, okay, they're saying, yeah, he's working on the back or whatever. Jerry's generally
What do you
not
believe
missing
more?
practice.
That Micah and Jerry talk for 4 hours, or that Micah's working on the back? A legitimate back.
4 hours. Mike is not. I mean, he needs whatever done. Officially on the record, he's got a bad back. Just like Jerry said, I hope the back gets better.
I was trying to think of a reason that the Cowboys would all deny, and I can't remember whether someone said it on this show or one of you guys in passing, that Jerry would no longer be allowed to sit down and talk with Micah about contract because the official request was put in for the agent to be involved. Does that play in here? Do you know what I'm at? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's why,
like they would absolutely have to reject it and refute it because they're not allowed to sit down and talk anything contract related.
Yeah. So it's basically like
Unless
asking.
Mulligetta was on the Zoom.
It's like
Right.
It's basically and even still, I don't think they would. If that was the case, I don't know that he would want Micah there physically though. I think he'd just be like, we'll talk. The thing, it's basically like asking for your attorney. Like we mentioned this yesterday. When you're being detained and you say, "Can I talk to a lawyer?" Like, interrogation's over, you got to leave. Like they get their lawyer. It's sort of the same thing. As soon as he goes, "You need to talk to my agent," you got to stop talking about contract. You can't do it anymore. You got to go through his agent. That's when it becomes a violation of the CBA. Again. But yeah, I mean, if they talked even forget 4 hours, if they talked for 5 minutes, I'd be encouraged, because right now it doesn't seem like they're talking at all. And right now it seems like there's a lot of hurt feelings, or that's been the case for the last several weeks. And so if they're on a point where they can interact with each other in at any level, then I think that's only improvement, or that's only a positive sign.
Got some Tolos joking on the fan text. Aren't we 11 days away from Netflix? That's a decent point. I could see this.
Oh, yeah.
The scene with Micah walking into the office, and we all see.
I think that's enough of that. So, really, a lot of folks are saying the shit ain't happened. I ain't gonna hold you. You like, there's a lot more people saying it ain't happened than there are folks that say that it is happening. I know he said he heard it, but he listed like 6 motherfuckers, that said that the shit did not happen. So I don't know what to make of it. Hopefully hopefully, I'm just praying, the opposite prayer, that this deal is finna get done. I'm praying, that the deal, works itself out, and I'm praying that Micah Parsons gets properly paid, to be a Dallas Cowboy for the foreseeable future. But it should, I think I keep coming back to it, man. This shit should not come down to this. This should not be, fucking August. Like, we play a football game, a real football game that matters on the docket in under a month. It's August the 8th. You play on September the 4th. That's under 30 days before the actual season kicks off for the Dallas Cowboys, man. It's under 30 days, under a month. And you still ain't got Micah Parsons practicing. Micah Parsons has not practiced. He ain't been hidden. He ain't been doing none of the shit. He been doing walkthroughs. Even yesterday, they said Micah Parsons was out there for the walkthrough. You know what I'm saying? They said he was out there participating in that after practice for the walkthrough. But Micah Parsons ain't been hitting nobody. He ain't been, he's behind everybody else right now. Just like last year, on the other side of the ball, CeeDee Lamb was behind everybody, because he had to miss majority of training camp, and they didn't get the deal done after the first preseason game. And that's the next question I got for y'all. Do you believe that they follow the same pattern and the deal gets done, around the time of the first, preseason game? Right, and that's what they did with the brother CeeDee Lamb last year. JR in the building, man. How you living, my brother? What's Gucci with you? Thank you for sliding in and supporting the liquor store. Just everybody just made it in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, slap the fuck out of an Eagles fan because they deserve it. And if you got it, hit that cash out, man. We're still trying to get out to Frisco, man. So anything you send in between now and then to Frisco, it's going to that cause. It'll help with the hotel, which is already booked. It'll help with the gas. It'll help with food and everything else. It'll help, get stuff to record with, if need be. So hit the cash out. It's $ Henny the More, to help the Frisco fund. Cause we're gonna get out there and get y'all some exclusive content, from the Cowboys open practice that will be held there on the 19th. Joe saying they are not fighting for money. Parsons wants a shorter deal. Jerry wants to give him a 5-year deal. Man, listen. If Jerry want to give Micah Parsons a 5-year deal, he gonna have to up the money, right? When you want somebody to stay longer and miss out on money down the line, you gotta give them more money up front. That's the way you get a 5-year deal done. Like, you can't give me a 5-year deal and not give me more money. You know what I mean? Because I'm missing on earning opportunities by not getting a fresh ass contract a year earlier than I could. So I believe, man, if let's say that it is a 5-year deal that they're offering Micah Parsons, you got to guarantee more money. You got to give him more money at the time of signing. You gotta up the overall value of the contract. You just can't give him the same caliber of deal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give him a little. You gotta give a little and take a little. Like what Micah Parsons is giving you is an extra year. What you're giving Micah Parsons is more money. You know what I'm saying? So like there got to be, it's got to be, some bartering with that shit. It got to be some bartering. It can't all be concessions. You can't give up every damn thing. You got to give a little, and you got to let a little go. It's a give and take. What's up, him? As he said, time after time, the same shit, bro. The Jones make my ass hurt. No, did it? Listen, man. They called him. Listen, that shit sounded diabolical. They said they making sure this don't get out because Jerry Jones ain't supposed to be around them boys alone no more. Like, what you mean? You can't leave grown men unattended around Jerry Jones no more, man. So you have him on the contract and the franchise tag. No, hell no. Because I already invested in a backup quarterback. I'm not. And secondly, if I franchise tag Micah Parsons, it probably hinders my ability to retain George Pickens. So, if anybody need to get franchise tag, it's George. So I'm trying to keep the franchise tag in the back pocket for George Pickens. I'm trying to keep the franchise tag in the back pocket for George Pickens. I'm not trying to put the franchise tag on Micah Parsons. Because Micah Parsons is 26 years old. He's young. He's young as a motherfucker. So, if I sign Micah Parsons to a 4-year deal, even if I'm going through a rebuild, he can be a leader on my team. He can solidify my defense. And if we do get lucky, we got to go get a new quarterback. The defense with Micah Parsons will be so amazing. Possibly we fix the interior, right? That defensive tackle position. They might be able to carry you. You know what I'm saying? So, nah. Micah Parsons got to remain a Dallas Cowboy regardless of any other situation. I don't care what happened to Dak Prescott. I don't care what happens to CeeDee Lamb. I don't care what happens, to Jerry Jones in the front office. They might sell the team or some shit. They not, but I'm just saying. Micah Parsons got to remain a Dallas Cowboy. Like, he is literally the only pass rusher in NFL history outside of Reggie White to have at least 12 sacks his first 4 seasons as a player. The only ones. Shout out to Tim H, man, with the cash app for the gas money, man. I appreciate you. Said snaps on the gas, bro. Go see them Joneses up to. I appreciate the support, my brother. That's real love. That's real support, and I appreciate you for that, man. Said Arch Manning, quarterback for Dallas. Queso, you ain't been keeping up. You might go check Twitter. They have announced that Arch Manning is not coming out next year. Like, his granddaddy said Arch Manning is not coming out. He said he's going to be at Texas in 2026. And really, we're going to segue slightly because I know we talking Dallas Cowboy, but I love college football as well. And I like Arch Manning. I do like Arch Manning. But there is no feasible reason for Arch Manning to come out come out of college next year with only 1 year of starting underneath his belt. He got money. His daddy got money. His uncles got money. He's had a great program. Like, the thing with Arch Manning is not to rush to the league and get the bag. It's to go to the league and be successful and continue the Manning legacy. Like, he's trying to stick and be an instant impact franchise quarterback. He's trying to, hit the ground running. He needs more snaps and more time on task than what he would have after 1 year as a starting quarterback. So, it's a 2-year plan with Arch Manning. He's gonna be the quarterback there, and he'll come out in 2027. But Arch Manning and them have they came out and said, "Hey, my grandson is not coming out. No 2026. He's going to be at Texas. He's going to be out there hooping." Because there's no reason to. The folks that used to be incentivized and leaving, college early, were the folks that needed money. Like, if I got a first round grade and I'm making, I'm eating ramen noodles, and they eating ramen noodles, shit, I gotta go. Like, mama light bill needs to be paid. Daddy car finna get repossessed. Like, I gotta go make something shake. I'm going to the league. These boys, a lot of these folks are making more money now in NIL than they will in the NFL. Case in point, the previous Texas quarterback, right? He was like a 5th round rookie, and he turned down like tens of millions in NIL, to go to the league. So yeah. And listen, I think Texas is in the right position. They had another good recruiting class. They got some good returning veterans. Like, Texas is loaded. Like, Texas is one of the best programs in college football right now. They one of the best programs in college football right now. And this is coming from one of their rivals. I'm an Arkansas fan. I fucking hate Texas. I hate Texas. I'm glad when we were putting belt to ass on Texas when they were sorry. But they're still a good program. They got a good coach. They got a good program. They got a good scheme. Like 2 years in that system, showcasing his talent. He'll be QB1. He'll be the first overall pick. And the Cowboys won't be good enough to draft Arch Manning. If everything goes according to plan, if you got Micah Parsons here, if you're able to retain George Pickens again, if this offensive line gels, the way that you believe it's going to gel after having a year on task after this year, you're not gonna be bad enough to pick number 1 overall. You'll probably be a playoff team. You might be able to get in the playoff and make some noise. It just really be dependent on what the Dallas Cowboys do to shore up the interior of that defensive line going forward. Because you got all the edges in the world. Like, best case scenario, Micah Parsons' contract gets resolved, he's still here. You got Izaraku. You'll have Marshawn Nealon. Like, you'll have all the edges in the world. We'll see. But I think it's best for quarterbacks to play football in order to get better. Because remember, we talk about trading up and doing all this stuff to get Arch Manning. We have not seen Arch Manning start but a couple games. We're trying to, and I get it. I expect him to be successful. But let's see what he does this year as well. You know what I'm saying? I got all the faith in the world in Arch, though. He said Blue come from Texas. Yeah, I know. I know. Listen, the moment they come to my Dallas Cowboys, I don't care where they played at. They played at Bama. They played at Georgia. They played at Texas A&M. It don't even matter. LSU. The moment you put on the star, I'm rocking with you. I fuck with you at that point. Dallas Cowboys over everything. But don't have time to stay the way that I want to, unfortunately. I do got to take my grandson to school. I do got to get this dog situated before then. I got some rat killing to do early this morning before I can take my ass to work. So I appreciate y'all just for coming in and showing support, blessing us, rocking out with us early this morning in the liquor store. And you know me, man, I work all the time. I'll be live later on. I got to drive him to his new home, though. He's being rehomed. I'm taking him to my dad and them down in the country. Get them a little puppy to have and raise up. So after I get him where he need to be, I'll be able to make some content. So y'all be blessed. Y'all enjoy y'all morning. If y'all watching this on the rewind, make sure to hit that like, hit that share. Tell people to subscribe. I don't think I ever tell people to subscribe, but bring some folks over here to sub up to the channel, man. We doing good things. We're bringing quality content, and it's well appreciated. So thank y'all in advance. Tell folks to sub up to the liquor store. And in the words of my brother West Coast Cowboy, never look down because the star is